Minecraft Championship has had 22 canon events to date, and throughout the events there have been teams that have done much better than others. And some of the saddest placements have got to be the teams that have so much potential to perform well, yet underperformed in their respective events. So I was thinking, why not create an event that gave some special teams a second chance to win it all? These teams are canon only, with the exception of one team, and for some of them, are teams that have never had a chance at all to play before, meaning, before the event, one of the team members had to switch out for someone else. After explaining each team, I will showcase a simulation of what the event could have looked like, if it happened. I'm calling this event MCC Redemption. If you enjoyed this content, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. Anyways, enjoy the video. On the Red Rabbits are Sapnap, CPK, Niachu, and Eret. This team is the original Red Rabbits from MCC 20. Now, before MCC 20, Sapnap got an ear infection and couldn't play in the event, so he got replaced by Gumi. I really think this team deserves this chance to play, so I'm putting them on the Red Rabbits. I could really see them winning this, since MCC 21, Sapnap and CPK got a chance to play together, and they won the whole event, so maybe they can do it again. On the Orange Ocelots are H-Bomb, Fundy, King Burin, and Carl Jacobs. This team is the original Orange Ocelots from MCC 12. Before the event, Niachu had to sub in for Carl Jacobs, so he couldn't play on this team. Technically, Burin also replaced Eret on this team, but for balancing, I'm using this team instead. The Orange Ocelots in MCC 12 had an amazing comeback story from getting 10th to 3rd in only a few games. Maybe this team can do the same, except get to dodgebolt this time. On the Yellow Yaks are Quig, Preston Plays, Awesome Dude, and Orion Sound. This team is the Blue Bats from MCC 20, yet due to a color team matching issue, I had to put this team on the Yellow Yaks. The Blue Bats got 4th in MCC 20, yet had the potential to win it all. With a slightly unfortunate game order, the Blue Bats ended up in 4th place. Sam and Ollie have really gotten better at MCC since 20, so I can really see this team doing well. On the Lime Llamas are Illumina, SB737, Finster, and Sylvie. This team is the Lime Llamas from MCC All-Stars. This team got 3rd in their original event, losing to only Red and Yellow. They did really well in their original event, despite being predicted low by the Reddit. I could see this team wanting redemption from All-Stars, just barely getting out of dodgebolt by only 800 coins. On the Green Geckos are Dream, GeorgeNotFound, Captain Sparkles, and Quackity. This team is the Green Guardians from MCC 14. When you think of teams that need redemption, this is a common team. Although predicted to make dodgebolt, this team got 7th in the event. I feel like this team needs to get a second chance, because this team underperformed right off the bat from the start of the event, and the morale loss really affected them. This team could easily pop off if they got a second chance. On the Cyan Coyotes are Technoblade, Tapple, Captain Puffy, and Kara Corvus. This team is the Cyan Centipedes from MCC 11. This was Techno's last canon event, so I really wish they would have done better. This team got 6th in the end. The Cyan Centipedes dominated at the start of the event most of the way through, but got an incredibly unlucky Game 8 Sands of Time, where they shot right down to 6th. This team really deserves a second chance, and hopefully they can get the win. On the Aqua Axolotls are Puns, Antfrost, Gumi, and Shovel. This team is the Aqua Abominations from MCC 18. Now, although they seemed like a really good team, they got 7th place in the end. With an unfortunate game order, they really went down in placement the last few games. I feel like with a second chance, we could see this team taking it all and winning the event with an incredibly cracked duo of Puns and Antfrost. On the Blue Bats are Pizza Hut, 5UP, Dan TDM, and Pearlescent Moon. This team is the original Blue Banshees from MCC 18. Before the event, Dan TDM had to drop out and be replaced by Kara Corvus, but I really wanted to use the original team because this would have probably been Dan's last event. This team got 6th in their original event, yet I can see them winning if they got a second chance. 5UP has improved very much since MCC 18, taking on the role of the strategist on his teams. With the right strategy, I can see this team taking the win. On the Purple Pandas are Philza, TommyInnit, Ranboo, and WilburSoot. This team is the original Red Rabbits from MCC 16. Because I couldn't put them on Red, I decided to put them on the Purple Pandas because this team is 3 out of 4 SBI. Which when it was 4 out of 4 SBI, they were on the Purple Pandas in MCC 4. This team got 9th in 16, which was a huge underperformance since many people were expecting them to get top 3. With an unfortunate game order, huge underperformances from all of them, and a technical issue from Ranboo during survival games, this team ended up underperforming. This was Ranboo's second event, and he has gotten much better over time, so I really think this team could win if they had a second chance. And finally, on the Pink Parrots are the fan favorite team of Smallish Beans, In the Littlewood, Grian, and Solidarity. This team is the Pink Parrots from MCC 9. This team got 8th and 9, yet I could see them doing much better this time around. Smallish Beans and Grian have gotten much better since MCC 9, even proving that they can both get into the top 10 individual. With the right game order, this team could do well, although I don't expect them to make it to dodgeball. Hopefully I get proved wrong, since we all want our beloved lords to do amazing. Now on to the simulation. This simulation was done using Ultra Sheep Lord's Team Builder. I will go over each of the games, and how well each team did in each game. At the end, I will simulate the dodgeball, as well as find out who took the crown. Game 1 is Parkour Tag. The top 5 individual from 1st to 5th are Dream, Sapnap, SB, Quig, and Finster. Lime getting first makes sense since Finster and SB are really good at Parkour Tag, but I'm quite surprised at Purple getting only 8th since they are all good at being a runner. I can also see why Yellow got 2nd because of how insane Sam is at comms during the rounds. Game 2 is Sky Battle. The top 5 individual from 1st to 5th are Technoblade, Quig, Sapnap, Dream, TommyInnit. Cyan being first wasn't that surprising considering how cracked the duo of Techno and Tapple are at Sky Battle. Lime getting last is surprising after Game 1, but it makes sense because Illumina never gets to win in Sky Battle. And here are the current event standings after Game 2. It's really surprising that Lime is in 9th after Game 2 despite getting first in Game 1. But other than that, the leaderboard right now is very similar to the Sky Battle leaderboard. Game 3 is Hole in the Wall. The top 5 individual from 1st to 5th are Pizza Hut, Bundy, Technoblade, Phil, and Ranboo. The first place from Purple is honestly pretty surprising yet also expected because of Ranboo and Phil's Hole in the Wall stats. Orange did really well here, which might get them out of 10th place. I would have expected Yellow to do better as well. Here are the current event standings after Game 3. Cyan is still holding on to that first place, but I'm really surprised Purple was able to get 2nd place from Yellow. Game 4 is Battle Box. The top 5 individual from 1st to 5th are Sapnap, Illumina, Technoblade, Antfrost, and Ranboo. Purple is starting to do really well now. Blue did really well getting 2nd, which I'm also surprised with. Here are the current event standings after Game 4. I'm surprised that Purple hasn't gotten first yet, but I guess Cyan is still holding first. Pink and Lime are pretty far down the leaderboard, but they still have a chance to come back. Game 5 is Sands of Time. Lime and Pink got 3rd and 5th, so maybe we can get a comeback from these teams. I'm not surprised Green got first, considering how cracked Dream is at Sands of Time. Cyan getting 10th makes sense because it's what made them get 6th place in MCC 11. Here are the current event standings after Game 5. I'm honestly really surprised Cyan is still in first, considering they just got 10th in the last game. The leaderboard didn't really change too drastically during Sands of Time though. Game 6 is to get to the other side. The top 5 individual from 1st to 5th is Illumina, Dream, Technoblade, Antfrost, and Puns. Cyan and Purple are still dominating so far, getting 1st and 2nd in this game. I'm a bit surprised about Red getting last. I kind of expected them to do better. Here are the current event standings after Game 6. Cyan and Purple are still in the lead, but Green and Blue are getting really close to getting into Dodgeball. Every team is quite close, other than Pink, which I think is quite far away from everyone else. Game 7 is Build Mart. It's pretty expected that Green got last, but I'm really surprised that Blue beat Pink. Here are the current event standings after Game 7. Blue is getting really close to Dodgeball, being only 50 coins away. There's less than 1,000 coins difference from 1st to 7th, so almost everyone has a shot at getting into Dodgeball. And the final game is, of course, Survival Games. The top 5 individual from 1st to 5th are Sapnap, Puns, H-Bomb, Illumina, and Technoblade. Red and Aqua went insane during Survival Games, but it's enough to make them get Dodgeball. This was really close Survival Games, so it really depends on what the event standings are. So, here are the final event standings. Now, this last game spiced up the leaderboard a bit, but Cyan and Purple are still in Dodgeball. Cyan and Purple were both in the top 2 since Game 3 and never dropped out. Clearly, these two teams both deserve to get redemption, but only one can win. In Dodgebolt, the Cyan Coyotes, consisting of Technoblade, Tapple, Captain Puppy, and Kara Corvus, and the Purple Pandas, consisting of Philza, Tommy, Wilbur, and Ranboo. Let's see who wins. Alright, in round 1 of Dodgebolt, Philza gets the first arrow, shoots it at Kara, and misses. Then Technoblade picks up an arrow, and misses Wilbur. Phil then takes 2 arrows, shoots at Puffy and Kara, hits Puffy, misses Kara. Technoblade gets 2 arrows, misses Tommy and Ranboo. Philza gets 2 arrows, hits Tapple and Kara. Technoblade gets 2 arrows, hits Wilbur, and misses Phil. Phil gets 2 arrows and misses Techno twice. Techno gets 2 arrows and misses Tommy and misses Ranboo. Philza gets 2 arrows, misses Techno, and then hits him on the second try. Purple wins round 1. Now it's time for round 2. Since Purple won round 1, Cyan gets an underdog bonus, meaning they get 2 arrows right from the start. Techno takes these 2 arrows, hits Philza, and misses Tommy. Tommy then takes 2 arrows on his team, hits Tapple, misses Techno. Techno grabs 2 arrows, hits Tommy, hits Ranboo. Wilbur misses both arrows at Techno. Techno then grabs 2 arrows, misses Wilbur, hits Wilbur. And Cyan wins round 2. It's 1-1, and we're on to round 3. Philza picks up the first arrow, misses Tapple. Techno picks up his arrow, hits Ranboo. Philza picks up 2, misses Puffy, but then hits her on the second shot. Techno grabs both arrows, misses Wilbur, misses Tommy. Philza grabs both arrows, hits Kara, misses Techno. Techno grabs both arrows, misses Tommy, and then hits him on the second shot. Philza grabs both arrows, misses Tapple, misses him again. Techno grabs 2 arrows, hits Wilbur, misses Phil. Phil grabs both arrows, misses Techno, hits Tapple, and then Techno grabs the last arrow and hits Philza. Cyan wins round 3, 2-1. On to round 4. Phil grabs both, misses Tapple, misses Techno. Techno grabs 2, misses Tommy, hits Ranboo. Phil grabs 2, misses Kara, misses her again. Techno grabs 2, misses Tommy, hits Phil. Tommy grabs 2, hits Techno, misses Puffy. Tapple grabs 2, misses Wilbur, hits Tommy. Wilbur grabs 2, misses Tapple, but hits Puffy. Tapple grabs the final arrow and hits Wilbur. And that's it. In the end, the winners of MCC Redemption are Technoblade, Tapple, Captain Puffy, and Kara Corvus. Winning Dodgebolt 3-1, they finally got redemption after MCC 11. In the end, I guess we know that Technoblade never dies, not even in MCC. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. It would really help me out a lot. I have a Discord as well, if you want to talk to me. I have the link in the description below. If you like this type of content, comment down below and tell me. If enough people like this, I'll keep doing it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.